La Joya Lake. This lake is certainly the jewel of South Texas. You know, excluding Falcon Lake, because I mean Falcon Lake, man, giants come out there. But like as you see in this video, I ended up setting the hook on a 6.8, I believe, or 6.7 pound bass. It was a solid chunk. This place, a lot of people say that it's real easy to catch fish and that it's real, you know, simple, you know, but it's tough. It's tough. It has its days, as everywhere, you know, everywhere has its days in fishing. Some days are good, some days are bad. Some days you catch big ones, some days you catch little ones. You know, some days you don't catch none, some days you catch a lot. And it was a good day this time. I mean, I ended up setting the hook, as I say, on a 6.8, 6.7, and you can see me, you know, reaching for it right there and slamming them in the net. A real good day, really good day. And you could go check out the video on YouTube right here, you know, in that link. That's the video right there, and go check out that video, you know. So as I go again, a lot of people say that it's really easy to catch bass in this lake. It's awesome, but there's days where it's hard, you know. Sometimes you don't catch them. And in this video right here, it was the first time I was catching bass on my STX rod. I mean, look, you can see that rod bend right there. I mean, STX rods are the rods I make. And check out that solid chunk. And this one, Carlos, his camera wasn't working, but he ended, like, it was his last cast. I told him, throw a swim bait, dude, throw swim bait. So he threw a swim bait and he ended up catching one on a swim bait. Make sure to check out Bass Brothers Fishing.
Nunca había pescado un bass con swim bait. Oh yeah, let me take some pictures.
And now in this video, I ended up falling in the lake, all because what I was doing was I was reaching for my to put in a new battery in my GoPro. Luckily Carlos was there close by to help me out and, you know, take me ashore, because I was really tired of going for swimming. Because it was my first time falling in the lake and without a PFD. So wear a PFD, guys. It's tough. It's tough when you're just randomly putting something on the kayak, and then you just all of a sudden open your eyes and you're in the water. Yeah. And here on this video, I ended up catching, we ended up going to check the Bass Brothers baits. We ended up going to check out the Bass Brothers baits, do the testing on it, and let me tell you, these baits are the real deal. I mean, you can shoot for Guggen Squad, and I'm not, you know, dissing them or nothing like that. Those baits are awesome too. But Bass Brothers baits are hands down my fave, and it's not because I'm saying it because it's, you know, my friend's baits that he does or something like that. No, I mean, you can check out all the catches that I've done with Bass Brothers baits, and, you know, I've thrown Bass Brothers baits. He started doing them like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and that's all I've been throwing. And I've just been having a blast with those baits. Make sure to go check them out at bassbrothersbaits.com. And in this video, I mean, I ended up catching the first bass of the day on the Bass Brothers Baits watermelon red. Back then it was called watermelon oil, but he changed the name of it. And I mean, I'm blessed. I mean, what can I say? La Joya Lake, watermelon oil, and that's another catch with Carlos on Bass Brothers Baits. I mean, they're just awesome baits. You know, you would think, those baits only work in clear water. Those baits only work on clear water. Check out my other videos. I mean, in my other videos, it's not clear water, you know. It's murky, and you know, just throw a shaky worm, Sub-Zero color or a Black Widow color, and man, you'll get on the bass. You'll get on them without a doubt. There's some solid chunks there in La Joya. The biggest bass I've caught in La Joya has been an 8.5. It has its days. La Joya Lake has its days.
Choke that thing. There you go.
Shout out, huge shout out to Richard Rock for you know, taking us there in La Joya Lake. You know, catch and releasing. Always catch and release. That's all I do. To me, I have so much immense respect on these bass, you know, because I mean, I love the way they fight, and it's always catch and release with bass. Different with white bass and catfish and all that. I mean, but I mean, bass, I have a lot of respect for them, and you know, release them because it's always catch and release for me. I mean, that's all I do, man, with bass. Here in this video, I ended up catching a bass there on top water. I mean, in this place, top water, they work sometimes. I mean, when you see bass splashing on top, boom, tie on that top water, man.
There it is.
Tie on that top water, because top water game is on.
Yeah. Nice. Top water game. Oh, he spit it out. It's all good. It's all good. Let's go for another one, guys. Oh, there it is, guys.
And right here in this part, you can see a huge carp just swim by. Watch right there, right there. There's that carp. Look at that huge carp. Tons of giant carps here. I have yet to see an alligator gar, but I mean, there's huge carp here. So I mean, you can just bring a bow and then just shoot it, you know.
Let's see if I can get this on camera.
Make sure to check out that Falcon Lake kayak bass fishing video. Giant carps in Falcon Lake also. You could see us harpooning them and everything. It was insane. But yeah, I mean, La Joya Lake is an awesome lake nonetheless. It is the real, true jewel of South Texas, in my opinion. When you go fish it, there's just something about it that it's amazing. It is really, really, really amazing. And in this part, I mean, it was a while I was able to land a bass. I mean, you would think, oh, there's bass everywhere. There's bass. Yeah, there's bass everywhere, but you just, you know, it's kind of tough to get them to bite. Really tough to get them to bite. You gotta know what to throw. Some days they want this, some days they want that. You know how the fishing game is, the bass fishing game. And this was the last time I went to La Joya Lake. Ended up catching a solid chunk on the last, you know, the last minutes of fishing the lake, because the wind was just getting too strong. It was just pulling me in, and I'm not really a spinning reel type of guy, but I ended up throwing classic worm from Bass Brothers Baits. I mean, and I ended up catching this one in the last minutes, you know. Truly blessed. I mean, really happy. I mean, what can I say? So it's La Joya Lake. I mean,
it was a good fight. It was awesome. It was an awesome fight.
The jewel of South Texas. You get it? Well, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you all like this little video of all these catches. Go check out the videos, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Bass Brothers Baits Classic Worm Watermelon Red. These are insane.